Welcome. This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Today I'm reviewing the Glenlivet 16-year-old Nadurra. Okay, Nadurra is a Gaelic term for, I guess, essentially a natural product. On the bottle it says non-chill filtered. It doesn't say that it's not colored, so I'm assuming there is some color added. It says natural cask strength. It is 55.3%. It was bottled in January of 2014. This was one of the first bottles of Nadurra that was released. There's been several different types. Recently, Glenlivet decided to drop the age statement on the bottle, probably because it was selling so well that they decided to start giving people a younger product and charge them the same price. That's my theory. Of course, I have no facts to back that up, but that's my opinion. I think they should have kept the 16-year-old on the bottle. I think that says something about a product when they're willing to put an age statement on the bottle. Glenlivet decided to opt out of keeping the age statement on the bottle. So what can we do? As buyers, we can choose not to buy. That's our only option. So I'm going to actually review this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about maybe the age statement and why they've decided to drop it. Like I said earlier, this is non-chill filtered, 55.3% to be exact. I'm going to try it without water first, and then I'm going to add a large portion of water just because it is pretty heavy on the alcohol content. So, on the nose. Okay, I will say on the nose, you don't get that strong, that sharp alcohol burn. It's very fruity. You get sour apple, you get citrus notes like lemon. You get honey, and there's some floral notes there. Like a chamomile almost. Okay, on the palate. Okay. At first sip, it's not too bad considering it's 55.3%. This is relatively worked down. It's been open for a few months now, so the alcohol has had a chance to oxidize, which makes it a bit better. But without water, it's still pretty decent. It's a pretty decent Scotch with some water. Now, if you keep drinking a 55% alcohol at that without adding any water or anything of that sort, you're risking getting a numb tongue, and you can actually do some damage to your liver by drinking cask strength Scotch or any type of alcohol that's above 45%. Your body's not built to deal with that amount of alcohol in such a small portion, or in such a concentrated portion, let's say. So add some water to it if you happen to buy a cask strength alcohol. Number one, you'll save your taste buds. Number two, you'll save your liver, which is pretty important. Okay, so on the nose with the water added. So the water numbs the smell a little bit. You still get that floral note, you still get the apple, but what you will get a little more of is the sherry aging. This is a combination, I believe. There's a Nadurra that's exclusively sherry or Oloroso aged. This is a combination of bourbon and sherry casks. So, but you do get that sherry note a little bit more when you add the water. Okay, so the lemon has almost tapered down into an orangey smell now. So you still get that citrus note, but it's more tame. And you get honey. There's quite a bit of honey on the nose now. Okay, on the palate. Just gonna open my phone so anything that I wrote down earlier is on the so you get some. I wrote it down here, but actually I'm tasting something a little different now. I wrote down dark chocolate, but I think it's actually more of like a coffee note. Yeah, definitely coffee. Honey. It's not too much oakiness. You're not getting the oak as much as you would think from a 16-year-old Scotch. What I will say is it's extremely different than Glenlivet's normal line. I wouldn't say that there's a strong Glenlivet characteristic here. Glenlivet was one of my first Scotches where I really got into Scotch. I started with the 15-year-old. I would buy that consistently for a while. Moved up to the 18-year-old, bought a few bottles of that. Really enjoy the 18 and the 15-year-old. The 12-year-old's pretty decent for your money. It's one of the cheaper Scotches you can buy, about 50 bucks. This is about $90, the Nadurra, and now they've dropped the age statement and still maintain the $90 price point. That's Canadian dollars. The 15-year-old is about 75 and the 18-year-old is about 120. Everything else in the Glenlivet line is added color, chill filtered. So you're not getting a natural product, but you are getting a better product. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people are gonna hate that I said that, and I'm all for natural product. I really, really, really am. But this particular Nadurra just doesn't cut it for me. It's decent. It's not old. It doesn't have a ton of character. It doesn't have the things that a lot of Scotch drinkers look for in Scotch. Okay, what you will get a lot of is alcohol burn, which is not what you're looking for in a Scotch, especially a 16-year-old Scotch. Cask strength, there's always a chance of that, but there's some really, really good cask strength Scotch out there. Okay, the Glenfarclas has a cask strength Scotch. I believe it's called 109 or something of that sort. It's really, really good. For the extra $10-15 that it will cost you to buy the Glenfarclas, you're getting way more for your money. Okay, this is the second Nadurra that I've tried, and they're both decent. The other one actually is a bit better that I've tried, but still nothing better than a B- for me. Okay, this one I was planning on giving a C+. It is a bit better. The coffee note kind of swayed me. I'm gonna say B-. Well, let's give it one more sip. Yeah, we'll stick to a B-. It's a drinkable Scotch. It's definitely, if somebody offered this to me, I would enjoy it. I definitely wouldn't buy another bottle of it. It's worth a shot though. It's worth giving it a try. If you like Glenlivet 15-year-old, don't buy this because you like the 15-year-old. The 15-year-old is very good on its own. The 18-year-old is exceptionally good. I've had the 25-year-old, which is actually rather disappointing. For a 25-year-old, the price point, all those different things, I'll never be reviewing that because I'm never going to buy another bottle of that. Needless to say, it was a waste of money to buy the Glenlivet 25-year-old. So, anyway, Glenlivet Nadurra 16-year-old. If you see the January 2014 bottle, and if you have it, it's probably worth more unopened than it is open and started. So if you have it, keep it as a collector's item. You could probably make some money in an auction somewhere down the line, but try it at a bar so you save yourself some money. Okay? If you like this video, please like, subscribe. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is @whiskey_in_the6. Twitter is @whiskey_in_the_6. Cheers.